Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. And so today we have Deepak Kamboj, a senior software engineer, a solution architecture expert, and AI, great expert as well in AI. You're going to show us some tools today to use beyond our career after we graduate. And thank you so much. Take it away. Thanks for your time.
Beyond the chatbot. So a lot of students are just using a chatbot, or they are only aware of some of the tools like a ChatGPT or a Gemini or Perplexity. But they are not aware there are a lot of tools which they can use in their career and that can help them before and after graduation. So that's what means today we are going to cover beyond the chatbot, engineering the agentic future. So this will be around 40 to 45 minute sessions where I will be going through multiple tools. And before moving to tools, so I will introduce myself. So I am Deepak Kamboj. I am a senior software engineer with Microsoft. So I have around 25 years of experience in the IT industry. So we'll directly move to a different tools. So the skills that will define your careers means today means you may be doing a major in a medical or engineering, but there are new skill came now which you have to master, whether you are doing a finance or a legal or a biotechnology or an engineering stream. So that particular skill is an AI skill that will be defining your career in the future. So whether you want to go to arts also or any other commercial stream, AI will be must. So this AI will help you when you are working on your final year projects. You want to do some research or you want to explore any startup idea after your graduation. Okay. So anything you want to do, you have to use AI in the future. So the reality means a lot of students or kids, they simply use a ChatGPT. They don't know means how to use a AI rightly. Okay. So I will be going through a different tools, means why we require AI, what type of tools you can use in your career. So now the industry has been getting reshaped, whether it's a business industry or a finance or engineering, everywhere you have to use AI. And AI literacy will be now an essential skill. Okay. So even if you go to a job interviews or to a campus interviews, each recruiter will be looking for AI skills. Okay. They will be interviewing you through AI skills. Even your CV or resume will be passing through AI agents now. No human will be now reviewing your CV. Your CV will be first checked by evaluated by AI agents. Okay. Even means these days interviews are taken by AI agents, or you can practice your interview using an AI agent. That will not be only having a voice agent, that will be having a complete avatar available over there. You can do a coding practice also through an AI agent interview. So the problem is how you should learn the AI and why it's failing for most of the students, why they are not able to use AI properly. First thing is there are a lot of tools available, starting from 2.5 years back, starting from ChatGPT. After a few months, a lot of new tools came up. And for the last 2.5 years, we are getting a lot of new models. Every second day, new models are getting released. Yesterday also, Gemini 5.1 came. Okay. So which particular model you have to use for which particular case, students are not aware. Okay. And they are doing a random learning. They are going through some YouTube videos, or they are going through some Twitter threads, okay, or they are using learning from some Reddit around those. So they are not able to know which particular source will be used for learn AI properly, okay, and which from there they have to start, okay. So that surface level usage is there, but they don't know the deep understanding of AI. So the result means the entire semester will be going through learning some of the tools, and they are not able to master any of those tools, and they are not able to use it properly also from their careers. Okay. So the gap is that they have to understand is how LLM has been created, how LLM has been used. Okay. They should be having a structured and practical knowledge about all the AI tools. How means LLM understands the prompt you are giving. Okay. How prompt will be passed by a LLM. How LLM will use that particular prompt. What will be a system prompt and what will be a user prompt. Okay. And then LLM will be going through a react cycle, which will be doing a thinking, act, and then observation before giving a response to you. So how this complete system works. And then it means how you can apply that particular knowledge. And to bridge that particular gap means first I will demonstrate means how we will be going through this complete journey. There will be 4 different phases. There will be a foundation. We'll understand how LLM works, what is the tokenization. Okay. We'll go through some of the tools, and then we'll be directly moving to a practical skills, which particular model you should use and from which particular tool. Then we'll move to a creative AI or generative AI. We'll try to generate images or audio or a video or a presentation. And then how you can build using AI, how you can do automation, how you can build agents using AI. So right now I think you will be using only 1% of AI power. You are not aware of all the tools available, all the agents available, all the automations available. So it's like means you have a supercomputer, but you are only using a Google search. Or another way means you are driving a Ferrari, but you are only using the first gear. You are not taking benefit of all the features available in a Ferrari. So coming to our foundations, we'll try to understand under the hood how AI works. Okay. From tokens, how you can change the temperature, how you can change, how you can compare different LLMs for a single prompt, which particular model will be best suitable for your case. So first thing means when you start with the AI, there is a term called machine learning. Okay. In the machine learning, again, there are different terminologies. There is a deep learning, then there is artificial intelligence. So you have to understand those terms. Okay. Once you will understand those terms, there will be a term called LLM or a model, large language model or a model. Okay. The same LLM will change, it will be called VLM if it's a vision. Okay. If it's an audio, then it will again change. So whether you are using a text or a vision means you are scanning an image, okay, or you want to create an image, or you have a video, you want to want LLM to read that particular video or understand particular video. You want to create a transcript from a video. Okay. So in that case, it will be a VLM. Otherwise, if you are using simply a text, it's an LLM. Okay. LLM again means it's LLM is trained on a training data. Okay. So you will be having a test data, and then there will be a training data. Okay. You train LLM on a particular training data, and then you use algorithms to test by using a test data. Okay. So next, you have to understand means what is the tokenization also. So how you aware what is the tokenization, how LLM understands your prompt. When you are giving a particular string, how that string will be converted into a vectors.
I know a bit of it, yeah.
So I will use, I already have some of the prompts already ready. I will use those ready-made prompts I created for this session, and I will show you how it works. So when you register means on OpenAI, you can use a platform. Platform is a place where you can have everything. Means if you want to learn AI, you should use platform. Okay. But if you will see, there we have a chat over here. But I am not able to show the. Let me. Then you will be. So on the left side we have a lot of menus. First one is a chat. Okay. So it's a simple chat which you do in the chat. It is the same platform. Okay. So you can create any chat prompt over here. You can test over here if you want to do a letter or you want to do a, you can use the chat, right? These are different GPT available to you. Then we have agent builder from us. This is introduced the last year only. So you can create agents on a ChatGPT platform itself. Okay. Then if you want to get audio, we have audio, we have images, we have videos. Okay. Okay. Well, other than text, we have audio, video, and images. Then we have a chat assistant. So you can create a complete chatbot. That's called chat assistant. Over here, we have two type of prompts. To teach your assistant, you have to give a system prompt. That is called system instructions. Okay. And then you can select a model you want to use for a particular assistant. It's the same means if you go to any website and you have on the rightmost, you will get one chat button, you can chat with the particular website, right? So it's the same chatbot assistant which you can create from here. Okay. So you can use model based on your pricing. Then the benefit means if it's a chatbot for a particular website, this means it knows everything about a particular website or a company, right? To train on a particular website, you require documents about a particular company, how it works, who are the employees, who are the managers, and who are the leads, right? So you can give all those documents over here. Okay. In that case, that particular assistant will not only do a web search or a web chat, it will also try to provide answer from your documents. Okay. So this particular technology which you use, it's called RAG. Okay. So they provide a system which you can use directly without creating a RAG implementation. So in the RAG, you teach your documents, you create a vector store, you embed your documents using some of the embedding models, and then you create a vector store, and from vector store we are doing a search. Okay. So when you assign the documents over here, it means you are implementing a RAG over here. Okay. And then again, this is the main thing is where you can change your temperature. Okay. Temperature means if you want a simple answers, then you can have a 0.1. 0.1 is a default. Okay. If you want a precise answers, then you can change the temperature to a 0.9 or a 1. Okay. The same if you have a code means you want to accurate answers from your code. In that case, you can increase the temperature, but that will be a little costly. Okay. It's like a deep search. It's doing a deep search. It's providing you precise answers to your problem. But if you have a temperature less, then it will be providing you a little generalized answers. Okay. The same you can give a topic. We have a top and top means it's using the binary algorithm over there. If you have multiple results, it will give you a top end. So you can tell, okay, how many from the top end it will give you a first answer. Okay. So if you are doing some search, okay, you want to understand something and it got 3 different answers. Now again from the 3 different answers you want a top answer, right? So in that case you can use those top. So we are coming to tokenizer. So it also provides a tokenizer. Okay, there is an evaluation also. So evaluation is again introduced last year only. Okay. So this is called eval system or eval framework. Okay. So earlier we were simply having a LLM. Okay, we were getting the answers, but there was a lot of hallucination. Okay. Those answers were not deterministic. There were a lot of undeterministic over there. That particular answer was around 65% deterministic. Okay. To evaluate the response you are getting from an LLM is accurate or not, you can define your evaluation system. You can define your data sets, and then you can define your benchmarks on which you can evaluate the response of an LLM. Okay. Then this is a fine tuning. They removed the RAG because they come up with the assistant. Now they have a fine tuning, which means you can fine tune your model. You can get any base model. For example, you got GPT 3.5 or a 4.1. Okay. 3.5 or a 3 also have different type of versions again, whether you want to use a mini or a max. Okay. Again, that depends. Means GPT 4.1 there is a mini which will be used only for audio. So again, they have 4.1 have a specific different versions also. Okay. So you can fine tune your model if you have means you want to use the same model, but on top of that you have your own data sets on which you want to fine tune. Okay. So it's again you can provide your training data and you can provide your test data and you can fine tune over here. Let's come into our tokenizer. So here again you can use different models you want to use. Okay. And we'll see how it converts. So for tokenizer, let's give a simple string. See how many tokens? 6. How many words? We have 5 words. Out of 5 words, it's getting us 6 tokens. Why?
It's because the periods count as a token.
Yes. So we have this is also a token. Okay. But 50 characters. That way you can see means if you are using the German language, how it works. Ten tokens. Okay. So this which means if you have special characters like in the German language you have special characters. So in that case it will increase your token consumption. Okay. And when you use a chat is again having a context window. How much context you can give to a particular chat. Okay. So you can see there will be like a 16K or a 40K like that. Based on that it costs you also. And these are token IDs. Token IDs means these are vectors. So each word will be passed into a vectors. And these vectors then you can store in the vector database. So there was a paper in that's called 2017 paper, validation paper. So over there they have explained the transformation architecture, how RGPD or a different system works. So if you want to learn more about how LLM works, this is a good paper for you guys. So if you want to again test other than tokenizer, okay, there is a tool called Playground, but that's a paid. Okay. Over here only if you just type a Playground, so you have to pay it. Okay. But again means you can use an assistant to see means to play with that. You can give your system prompt over here and you can try over here. Okay. And other than that, if you open us, this is a platform, this is not a ChatGPT. Okay. If you open ChatGPT, in ChatGPT now we have a codex. So here we have a codex. So do you know what is codex?
I'm familiar with it.
Okay. You are aware about Cloud Code?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
So Cloud Code, open AI is having a codex.
Okay.
Cloud Code is from Anthropic. Or GitHub Copilot is from our company Microsoft.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The same way you have anti-gravity from Google. Again, if you want to open source, we have a deep code, we have open code. Deep code and open code works the same way Cloud Code works. GitHub Copilot was working in VS Code. Okay. Now we have again GitHub Copilot here is available. Thus it will work the same way your Cloud Code is working. The problem with the Cloud Code is you can only use Anthropic models. But with the open code or with the deep code or with the GitHub code, you can use any of the models. So I will show you the tools which are available. There are some of the paid. So I'm telling you these are the paid. If you want to use test a Playground, it's a paid. But playwright, that playground is having the same things. It's like assistant, you can select your models you want to try. You can set up the temperature, you can set up the copy, okay? You can set up all those parameters and then you can give your prompt and you can check, okay? The same tool means if you want to now, that will be good if you want to use OpenAI models. What about if you want to compare a Claude models or Anthropic models or a Grok models or a Mistral models with the OpenAI? Then how you will compare these different vendors' models? So temperature I explained you means the 0.1 will be means generalized. The more you move, it will be more creative, more precise, right? Top will be a means how much token pool you want to use. So it will be using the token and then it will be open selecting over there. Then max tokens means I give you there will be a context window for a maximum tokens you want to use. So you have to remember means each model will be having a max token length. Okay. GPT-3 was having a less token length compared to 4.1, the same with 5. Then system prompt is very important means you have to tell means what you want to do. Okay. For example, you are creating an agent for some medical clinic. So you have to give a prompt, okay, you are an assistant for a medical clinic. You are supposed to answer only these questions. If a user will ask you some questions, don't use a web search, only try to use our knowledge base, internal knowledge base. So that's all instructions you have to give in the system prompt, the system instructions. Okay. Then when you are doing a chat, that will be called a user prompt. Okay. And there is a third component also if you are actually using the APIs. If you are using coding, then the third will be assistant. Assistant will be a chat bot which will be responding back. So system, user, and assistant, there are three different roles. Now, we covered LLM, we covered means there are three different types of prompts, two types of prompts, and third will be our assistant response, right? So whether a system response or a user response, if you use the chat GPT, you have to use a proper prompt, right? You have heard about a term called prompt engineering. So there are different mechanisms the way you can write your prompt. So this is the one mechanism, this is called 5 layers. This is the basic one, where first you have to define your role. Okay. Like you can tell, okay, I am a student, I want to do a research on this particular topic, right? So you have to tell your role and then content, like I am a third year or fourth year, particular major student. Okay. Then you have to goal, what you want to do. Whether you want to create an image or you want to generate some video or audio, you have to tell that particular goal. Okay. Or you want LLM to do some research for you. So you have to provide that content. Then you have to provide instructions also properly means, okay, if you want to do a research or you want to provide, you want to compare 3 different things, so provide a proper instance, okay, you have to compare 3 different scenarios and give me a comparison of those 3 scenarios. So you have to give us instructions also, okay. And the last one means you have to give any extra information you want to provide, okay. Create a research document for me, but the research document will be only over 5 pages or so many characters. So you can give that extra information. You are creating a LinkedIn post, okay. Create a particular post, like I am an AI ML engineer, create a post for me, this is my goal, you have to create a post. You can give instructions and last access, add hashtags also for me or add a CT also for me. So you can give those extra steps. Okay. So let's compare this how these prompts will work. It's giving you a simple machine learning definition. Okay. Let me tell what is machine learning and some inputs, right? So some generic information you are getting. Now if you will give details, okay, you are a senior data scientist, which means now you are telling me I am not a naive person. I know machine learning and I am expert, right? So you want that type of answer. So in that case, you can use a prompt where you are defining your role, where you are defining your context, where you are defining your goal, you are giving instructions. Okay. See, now it's comparing the models in front of you. It's giving all the comparisons because you have given instructions. I want to compare. Okay. Now, there are a lot of tools I told you means if you want to compare models. This is a multi-tool. Okay. So here you have a different models you can use, you can compare.
Sorry?
You can compare different models. Okay. For example, I want to compare DeepSeek. So I have a GPT-4 mini and DeepSeek, right? I want to add one more model. Let's add Gemini also. Okay. And let's use these three. And we'll use the same simple prompt. So now you can compare three different models, or you can add more models if you have a paid version. Okay. Even means you want to compare Opus with we have got GLA5 last week, so you can compare all those models. Okay. And then you can see means what type of here means Claude is giving the bulleted way, Gemini is not giving that way, right? So when you are want to use any particular model, okay, you are talking, simply don't use, okay. ChatGPT-3 is also very powerful, but because you got a 5 now, you want to use a 5. Okay, you can compare again. See, so there is another tool called Karina also. Here also you can compare multiple tools, multiple models. Okay, if you use side by side, so you can decide two different models. So free will allow you two models, multi allow you three models. If you have paid version, you can compare 10 models also in a single chat. Okay, so we simply covered a simple prompt engineering technique called 5 layer. Okay, but there is a zero shot also where we are simply providing, we are not providing any detail. Then we have a few shots also where we provide some examples, which means from a few examples you have to decide. Okay, then you have chain of thought. That's very important, chain of thought. Okay, then we have a role property, we have a React. So we have around 20 such patterns. So I have a separate session on all of these techniques and how agent use these different techniques. Chain of thought means it will give a one thought and then it will give another thought. It keep on going to thinking mode and then it will decide the best answer out of that. So when you use a DeepSeek thinking mode, so React is very important. React means it's I use this term in the introduction also. So React what it do is think, then act, and then it observes. And it again going to a cycle if it's not providing a proper response. Okay. So I'm working a book also on land changes in that, also I covered these technologies in detail. You want to go through this in detail, means I have a lot of tools if you, I can explain you if you want.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So I will show you examples, means how you can use So if you're seeing a simple, what is the capital of Australia? It's a simple prompt. You're not giving examples. You simply want a perfect answer, okay, what is the capital of Australia? It will be a single answer, right? And when Costco will be open, if you will ask that particular question, whether Costco is open today or not. It's a simple issue. What's the weather today? So those are simple questions. So those will be a zero shot. Okay. Few shot means you are telling, okay, you are giving different sentiments and then you want to tell me, classify how my sentiment is. Okay. So this is a chain of thought, means you are giving some question and in that, if you are doing some calculation or you are giving some complex problem to a chat GPT, okay, it will go through a thinking mode. It will keep on thinking, and then after that it will collate everything and give you some proper summary response, right? So role prompting means the same, means a 5-year we are telling, okay, what is my role and this is my goal and I want this information from you. So phase 1 is completed, means here we covered LLM, we covered prompts, and we covered different parameters of a model. Okay. Now coming to our practical skills. So choosing a right model means I have shown you means we have different models. Each model is for a specific capability, they have specific capabilities, so you should use for particular capability only, okay? So GPT-5 means if you want to do a coding, if you want to do any generic task, any research, it's the best, okay? But if you want a large document, have you used Claude.ai?
I've used Cloud Code before, but not Cloud
Just
Code.
give a simple prompt to just generate some article. Claude will write an article of 10 to 20 pages.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you will give a same to a Gemini, Gemini will only write 3 pages. Okay. So Claude is good, means if you have a lot of documents, you want a very deep research, so you can use Sonnet over there. You can use Opus for a coding purpose. You have a Haiku also from a Claude, you can use Haiku also. Then Gemini is a really good model, but it's a multi-model task, which means Gemini. So same model you can use for a text generation also, for image generation also. Okay. And DeepSeek is having a reasoning and thinking mode. Okay. It's for a deep reasoning. Then we have a Llama and Mistral. Mistral means I use a lot. If you want any API which is free, which has a lot of tokens available, you can use a Mistral over there. Okay, large language or short language, they have different models. The Llama is for open source. Have you heard about term called LM Studio or Llama?
Have I worked?
LM Studio? No? Llama?
No, I've never worked with that before.
So if you don't want to pay for our models, you can host models on your laptop also. So you can host your models on your laptop. You have to simply install this particular tool, Llama, and then you can host any of these models. And you can use the ChatGPT and other tools. Okay. The same you can use LM Studio also, it's the same thing. LM Studio is having a very good UI. Llama will be CLM based. We already compared, I showed you 2 different tools where you can compare models, right? If you are giving, you want to compare models by giving a particular prompt and you want to compare the response, that's fine. Okay. But I shown you means we have those 5 models and they have different type of capabilities and they are best for different type of scenarios, right? So how you can get that particular information? So Arena I told you, right? You can compare it and they have reports also. And Arena means that you can compare for different scenarios also. Not only simply chat, you can it's not readable there. So means it's showing means you can compare for text code, vision text to image, search text to video, image to video, so you can compare all the scenarios. So this is the llmstats.com where you can see the best model based on different companies' stats. Okay, where you can get all the latest models. You can compare all the models. And then it's here you can tell for image generation you want to see, for a video generation text to speech, speech to text embeddings, right? Which I was showing you here in the area, you can try those. But here you can see the stats. Okay. So if you see right now Opus 4.6 is on top, and I told you GLM5. This GLM5 is available open source. If you don't want to use Opus, which is very expensive, it's around $40 per month, you can have a GLM5 from Olama. So if you go to Olama, GLM5 is available over here. Then they have GLM5 OSS also. They are very good if you want to generate a PPT, the scheme is very good for that. And then we have a lot of other tools also if you want a deep comparison. So here means you want to check intelligence, speed, price. So they have different indexes available, coding index, agility index. Okay, so you can compare all those models based on different indexes. And if you see the top 3 models are from Claude only. It's not showing all those 3. Those are from Claude only. Sonnet, Opus, Haiku. So first 3 are from Anthropic. Then GPT 5.2 from OpenAI is done, and then GLM5. Okay. And this Kimi is really good model if you want to generate any image, any PowerPoint. So it's really good model. Okay. So because you are all students, so based on your requirements, there will be you want to create a resume, right? Which particular tool you should use. So for resume tailoring, there is a tool called Venus. If you want to use a code debugging, I told you this Claude is good. You can use open code, deep code, all those tools. If you want to do a research, deep research, Perplexity is a number 1. DeepSeek models are really good. Deep research from Google is really good model. And if you want to do a data analysis, then you can use ChatGPT itself. ChatGPT is really good in the data analysis. So, ChatGPT. I simply create one CSV. See this analyzing, this is a React. Okay. So it's telling you all the columns available in a particular CSV, what are the observations. So it can do all these type of analysis, but type of analysis you want, so you can provide those questions and it will provide you that particular answer. Why it's doing all that analysis, we go to the next slide. Okay. For a resume. This is a really good tool. Okay. This is from Meta.
Sorry?
This is from Facebook, Meta.
Okay.
Now, if you want to do a voice, so Whisper API is a tool. Whisper is from OpenAI. Then we have Google Voice, then we have Otter, and then we have ChatGPT voice mode. So you can use these different tools. And there is a Whisper Flow also available. Whisper API, Whisper Flow, both are different tools. Okay. So you can record your lectures by using these voice. Okay. And then you can generate a notes from that particular voice. Or whatsoever voice you will record, ChatGPT or these models will do research on top of that and it will provide you best notes out of that. So if you want to use a note taking, you can use your voice. No need to type everything. Whatsoever you learn, simply give a voice and it will generate a study notes for you. One thing. You already have some recorded lecture. You have some YouTube video recorded lecture. Give that link to a GPT. It will create a transcribe all the video to you. It will give you your notes also, main points also, abstract also, so you can get notes from a video also. So I'm not going to reveal these each tool, but these are really Perplexity AI, really good tool for a deep research. Notebook LLM from Google, it's really good tool. You should use that one. So this is only for creating the notebooks, taking the note taking only. So you can create your own note. Okay. So you can upload videos, you can upload your text, you can give all type of information to it and it will create the notes for you. Okay. And if you see over here, you have options over here. So you want to create a note from a web, because it's a Google product, so you can use a G Drive also. You can provide your documents, sheets, everything to it. And then I told you this deep research, right? So Google has a deep research separate product also, and they are integrated with the notebook LLM also. So if you want a deep research, you can use it here. You can upload your files also. Okay. If you have multiple PDFs from you have a lot of ebooks, you can give all those 5-6 ebooks to notebook LLM. Then if you have any text, your own notes, you can copy those notes, you can give your drive also, and it will give you a complete notebook for you. Notebook means chapter wise. You will be having an annex, appendix, everything chapter wise. There will be a complete notebook. Perplexity is very, very strong for deep research. Okay. And that's why they have a study guide over here. They have a teach me over here. They have a practice test over here. See, I am not a student, but even then by default it's opening up all these, right? And then you heard about Comet browser from Perplexity. So Perplexity is having their own browser. Okay. So you simply give a command, update my LinkedIn. It will open your LinkedIn, it will go to your profile, it will make changes, it will save, it will do everything on behalf of you. So it will not only do a research, it will act on behalf of you. It can open a website, it can type, it can read, it can do everything. If you are on Google Docs, it will update your document also on behalf of you. So that's why it's called personal AI assistant browser. So Google Deep Search, then there is a consensus also is really good for you. They are, if you want to do a academic research on a particular topic, they are really good on that. Okay. So if you see over here, so they are getting their data, they are getting their models from these universities. Yes, so see means you can decide which particular model will be right for you, which particular tool will be right for you based on your requirement, right? Then we discuss means if you want to do a resume, you can use a Menace over here. If you want to do a research, we have different tools. For our coding, we have different tools. For analysis, we have different tools. Voice one means you guys will be aware of this, how you can use a voice also. So from here you can use a voice for ChatGPT. Now creative AI. Now you want to create images, you want to create a video, you want to create a audio. So there are different ways you can create images. You can give a text prompt and you can create an image. You can create an image from an image. You have some old image, black and white image, you want to make it a color image. Then you have different patterns also the way you want to create an image. You want to create a cartoon. So you can give all those to images. So these are the different image generation tools you can use. Midjourney is the best one, but expensive one. Then you have A3 is a model for images and video. Leonardo, Kriya and Ideogram, you can use any of these tools. Best thing you can give a camera angle you want to use. You want to focus, you want to use a lighting, you can give all the small technical details and it will create an image of a video. Okay? And then you can give a style also. You want an animation, you want a cartoon. So I'm not going to open these tools because we are not get much time. If you want to generate video, VO3 is from Google, Killing AI. Agent, if you want to get avatars. Have you used avatars?
I don't use.
So agent means I have used a lot. Means if you will go to my GitHub, you will see a lot of avatar projects I have used. Okay. So these are avatars. This seems to be a person. You can get your own avatar also using the agent. And they will do a chat with you also. So these are good means if you have any kiosk, and over kiosk means you have some avatar available. You are giving your order and that particular avatar will be taking order from you. Okay. So I have two different projects using an agent also and using the Azure Speech API also. Because I am from Microsoft, I use Azure also. So Azure is also having avatar SDK available. So you can go to my GitHub and you can get all those projects over there. audio. Again, notebook LLM you can use for creating audio also. Notebook works both ways. You are giving a text or a documents, it will create a audio also, it will create a notes also for voice also. Suno is the best website if you want to create any music, any song. You can give your lyrics and it will create a complete song for you. You can decide what type of music you want to use in the background. It will create a, then the same for 11 Labs. Also 11 Labs is a little expensive. So 11 Labs is also Suno is mostly for songs. Okay. But 11 Labs is for a complete audio. If you want to do audio chat also, if you want to get audio chat, you can use 11 Labs. If you want to get a voice agent, so there is another website called Like It. So Like It, if you want to get a voice agent, like it along with that video, you can get an agent. So an agent will call you your mobile phone. It will talk to you. And if you want to set, for example, if you want to schedule a dental appointment, you're getting a call, right? Mostly those are voice agents. So it will collect all the information from you. It will schedule your appointment and it will give you this when your appointment is due. So it's a both inbound and outbound assistance you can create using a live kit. And with that video, you require that mobile phone, right? So that IVR system will be from a video. Live kit will provide you audio. And if you want an avatar also, live kit plus agent plus video, you can create a lot of good products. Yes, so images, video, audio, we have covered different tools available. For PPT, Gamma.app or Kiwi. So this is the last one, so I think we are not having a time now. So this one means I can show you a slides, you will get a little idea. So if you want to get any board, study board or interview prep board or as assistant or writing assistant, so you can create using the automation. Okay. Through automation, you can get all these assistants. So I have created an interview agent if you want. I have an interview agent available, which I have created. And that's using a live kit for a voice, which means it's taking an interview, so you require a voice, right? So for if you want to automate any automation, you have a best tool agent anytime. Then you have make.com, jpr.com, and Power Automate is from my team itself. So I'm part of Power Platform team. So Power Apps, Power Pages, Power BI, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agents, all these are products from my team. And then if you want to get a proper agents, then we have a different LangChain, Versal, Vault agents. From Microsoft, we have Semantic Kernel or AutoGen. So you can use these tools if you want to really create our agents. And now we have a Copilot and Copilot Studio also. All these are if you want to create our agents. So this is a summary different tools available for different type of activities. So any questions?
I was wondering what, of all the tools you're talking about today, what is the biggest one you recommend for students to be capitalizing on?
See, you can use a ChatGPT. Means I used 5 tools daily. Okay. I use a Claude.ai lot whenever I'm doing my work. I use Claude Code for my coding and GitHub Copilot because we have both tools available in Microsoft. if I want to use a simple research,